Hello there. Well, imagine you're 16 years old and you find yourself on television. Exciting stuff, eh? And then imagine that you find yourself on a catwalk. And I'm very pleased to say that the lady who's with me today is a woman who's just at the very beginning of her career, and she's a familiar face to local viewers here in Pattaya. It is Naz. How are you, Naz?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So you have just won this title, or you won this competition for Elite Model Look Thailand 2008.
Yes.
Congratulations! It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, but what does that? I mean, we've heard of Elite Model. How does this or how did this come about?
Well, this is just Elite is one of the top modeling agencies in the world, and they've just set up this competition around the world, and it's kind of, I've won the title of Thailand to go to this Elite Model Look International, and to go into this Elite, just to go into Elite, you get this contract with Elite Model Management, and your pictures get to be sent all over the world, and
wow.
Hopefully I might get a chance to maybe do a couple of catwalks in Paris. Who knows?
Fantastic. But I mean, it's amazing stuff. We've got some footage here of you winning the competition in Phuket. But if we can just back up a little bit, how did you get involved? You know, how did that happen?
Well, my friends went in this competition in 2005, and they've just started again. They had a break. They had this company problems, but now they've started again. And she said, might be a good experience, and I thought over it, talked over to my dad, and I thought it would be a good experience to go. So I took my brother with me to Central Lat Pao. That is for all the competitors to come in, and you compete to be in the top 20 to go into Phuket. Okay. And I made it.
You made through?
Yeah.
So then you found yourself, this is after then, how long is it till you went down to Phuket?
I went on Friday for the semi-final, and Wednesday I'm off to Phuket. Wow. Yeah. Very quick.
So you had no time to prepare, really?
It was a lot of shopping for shoes, I must tell you.
Yeah, well, actually, your father did tell me about the shoes. Okay, so you then find yourself down in Phuket with 19 other girls.
Yeah.
And these girls are stunning, as you are, of course.
Thank you.
But some of these girls, I guess, had been in competitions before, or had done some modelling before, or been used to being on the catwalk. But for you, this was a completely new experience.
Yes, it was. It was very interesting because I must say I was the youngest there and the shortest, which some people might find shocking. But yeah, there was a couple 19-year-olds and stuff, and they've been, not necessarily been through a lot, but they've been there more experienced than me. Yeah. Okay. So it was kind of a challenge for me. Sometimes I felt a little bit threatened, but...
Well, it must have been, you know, the learning curve must have been just so steep, because you're pushed in with all these gorgeous girls, and you know, you're striving, you're thinking, well, I'm through to the 20s, so I must be gorgeous as well, and I can do this. But you're having to learn all the moves and everything, but there's more to it than just the catwalk. What kind of stuff did you do there?
Well, we went out to promote like different sponsors and stuff, and it was just kind of a fun experience. We got to go into this yacht, and we got to just take some pictures, and very gorgeous things were some very nice bikinis from Rip Curl and Jazz Pal, and the beautiful beach of Phuket, of course. And then when we come to the night, it's just practice, practice, practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many rounds was there on the night, or how many sort of different routines did you have to do?
Well, first, of course, the trainer just wanted to make sure everyone can walk. That can walk. It's just at a good style and stuff. But then we competed on the 26th, so we went to the real stage on the 25th, and we had around 7 clothings to wear. So we had to go do our blockings because our stage was 40 meters long. Yeah. And that was 7 hours there. 7
hours?
Yes, to learn all the blocking and everything, yeah.
But see, you always hear this, that, you know, they say, oh, you know, everybody thinks a model's life is glamorous, and then they always say, oh, it's hard work, but 7 hours, that's amazing. That's a lot.
Yes, it was,
and you've got to,
it was an experience.
And you've got to keep smiling and...
Yeah, well, it was... Everything. The good thing is that they didn't make us wear heels for that 7 hours, but we did wear heels from 6 a.m. to around 10 p.m. Wow. Heels around 4 inches high.
Wow.
So, and another 7 hours on the catwalk. It was a challenge, and you get to bed around 3, and you're up again at 7.
Gee. Wow. So okay, so you're there in the competition, and it gets down to what, the final 3, is it, or?
Yes. Well, there was 20 girls, and then it cut to 10, and then it cut to 3. Yeah.
Okay. So you know that you're in the top 3, and then just the normal way they would.
And then when we got into top 3, we just had to answer a question, which was, why should you be chosen to go to Beijing? I answered my question in English. I was too nervous to say it in Thai.
Okay.
And then we just had to wear another dress, and then they told us the winner.
Okay. And so what was your reason for why you thought you should win? Can you remember what you said?
Well, it's just my confidence. I think I have a lot of confidence, and I have the Thailand manners. I can be quite sweet sometimes. And my dream is to be a model, so I would just try my best to do anything to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just work and work.
Well, you do have confidence, and you have enthusiasm as well, and of course you have the looks. Now you're 16,
Yeah.
and you've won this. I mean, how did you feel when they told you that's it, you've won? I mean, did it sink in at all?
To tell you the truth is, I didn't expect I was going to win. Like, just 0. Maybe 5%, but... Because I was very short. I was only 170 centimeters, and number 2 and 3 were 176 centimeters, and
wow.
they were like 5 inches heels, so did I, and
sure.
I was just very short. And when it was down to us 2, I was like, oh, I made it to the 2, I'm fine. It's like, I'm very happy, and then they said my name, and number 12, my number was number 12, and I was just, wow, I've won, and just little things start popping in my head. It's like, I'm number 1, I get to go to China, I'm the winner of Thailand. It's just really started to hit me, yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And because of course you're Canadian Thai, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, because your father's Canadian,
yep.
and your mother's Thai. So that's brilliant for you to win the position.
Yeah.
So this contract now is for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's with Elite Models.
Yeah.
Okay. But the next thing, obviously, is the trip to China, to Beijing, and that'll be when?
October.
Okay.
October.
Okay, and then they'll be competing against how many?
70 contestants from 65 countries.
Ooh, it's going to be tough.
Yes, that will definitely be a challenge.
But it's going to be a great experience.
Yes, we'll be there for 15 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's in October. How do you shuffle this around all the other things that a 16-year-old has to do, like study?
It's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, but, it's just self-motivation to kind of... I thought to myself, do you want to do this, Naz? Because if you do, you've got to be able to just, think. Your time management has to be very good. You can't just sit around and watch TV all the time. It's just, when you got to study, you got to study. When you want to do this model thing, you've got to do it. Okay. Yeah. So we kind of get less free time, of course, which, it may be a disadvantage sometimes, but it's what I picked. So.
Well, it's great stuff. Tell me just briefly, what other kind of hobbies do you have? Do you have other hobbies?
Well, this is my little trick, I think. I study ballet, and I think that's what got my posture really well for the catwalk.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and it was very easy for me to learn all the moves and stuff, because ballet, I must say, is very challenging. And I do sports at school. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's fantastic stuff. I can't think what it could possibly be like to be your age and to be in a situation where you've won this, and now you're on the cusp of going to something which I'm sure is going to be absolutely fantastic, and the experience that you're going to get going to something like this is just amazing. So thanks very much for coming in to speak to us.
No problem.
It's always great to see you, and I wish you every success with your career. So there you go, folks. The beautiful Naz, our own Naz, who started here with us on PMTV a couple of years ago. We've seen her popping up at the Jesters and doing different events at the school and on the beach, and she did April Fools this year. She is now a model. She'll not be speaking to me in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh,
she's
don't say that.
she's going to be really high. But best of luck, Naz. It's fantastic stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, this is Naz and Paul for PMTV. See you. Bye-bye.